All right, we're back with another week of the Harry Thomas Show Week in Review. Today is March 30th, 2008. The website is located at harrythomas.info. I'm your host, Harry Thomas. We have a ton of stuff to go over this week. I want to get right into this one. This come out of Global Politician by Kyle Bristow. The Scourge of Globalization. Globalization poses as a threat to civilization. In the interests of our people, it needs to be opposed. The ideology of those who promote globalization can be termed globalism, just like Nazism, communism, socialism, libertism, and other utopian isms of the 20th century. It is unnatural and in a world order that conflicts with human nature. Globalists tend to be contemporary college professors, the students who are indoctrinated by these professors, multinational corporations, and the politicians who pander to the multinational corporations. It is understandable why people in academia are globalists, because after all, they have been removed from reality for so long that utopian theories are able to theoretically work unchallenged in their minds. Students seem to be told in the modern university what to think, rather than taught how to think by their professors. The ideology of globalism that university professors subscribe to and promote in their classrooms is therefore able to flourish because it is uncontestable. Multinational corporations promote globalism not because they exist in La La Land and are protected by tenure by college professors, but because it is in their economic interests to do so. In order to take advantage of cheap labor of the third world countries and to sell the products manufactured there in the first world countries without having to deal with what they view as international trade bureaucracy, such as tariffs and quotas, multinational corporations desire to eradicate national borders. Through campaign donations to politicians, these multinational corporations bribe politicians to betray their constituents' interests. Joseph Stiglitz, author of Making Globalization Work, writes that for multinational corporations, economic interests often take precedence over cultural identity, and that businesses pursue profits, and that means making money is their first priority. American politicians should think about that before they vote to sacrifice American culture and the prosperity of the American middle class at the altar of globalization. You see what I'm saying? These companies, they don't care about us as individuals, and when somebody like myself tries to inform others about this, they laugh at me, call me names, and say you're a kook. Well, wait a minute here. Where exactly is your thinking come from? And these people that work for the government and they work in, whatever, they're an office worker at the county office building, or they work in for the federal government, or they're a police officer or whatever. They think they're entitled because they're a government worker. They think that they're on the team. You know what I mean? And same thing in politics. But think about this. Where do you feel that your entitlement comes from? You know what I mean? Where do you think your privilege comes from? And why would you laugh at people like myself when we're trying to warn you about the dangers of globalization? See, I do what I do because I care about individual freedoms. I care about the Constitution. I care about the principles that this country was built on and other democracy, so-called democratic countries that were built on. Our system is based on Britain's system for a good portion of it. And what's happening over there is going to happen over here. So think about that. You've got individuals like myself who actually care about your individual freedom and your individual rights and your future. And then on the other hand, you've got multinational corporations and politicians who are selling out to them who don't care about you. You've got the media spewing the corporatism line, and they don't care about you. But yet people are so quick to side and let their views be shaped by that they're willing to attack other people like myself as if we're the threat. You see what I'm talking about here? This is like an Orwellian world here. You know, think about it. If you know that these corporations and these politicians don't care about you, why do you keep siding with them? And why are you so quick to attack individuals like myself who have no interest of profit, who have no interest except protecting your freedoms and our way of life? You see what I'm saying? This is not good. This is not good, and so many people have taken a stand like this. It's ridiculous. Now, this came out of the Daily Titan, March 20th, 2008, by Edward Peters. Donkeys and elephants. Globalism is the elite's answer to our problems. Whether it's the war on terror abroad for democracy's preservation, or trade among other nations guised under the mantle of free trade, or even illegal immigration, the underlying prevalent principle is globalism. Under one flag, currency, and leader, the peoples of the world will forcefully be united under a common banner. What must be understood is this: though different rhetoric and propaganda is being used in different instances, the basic method behind toppling and replacing regimes abroad is best understood by comprehending the ideals of the globalist elite. Now, see what I'm saying? Right here, through different rhetoric and propaganda is being used in different instances. They have this set up, you understand? This is a purpose plan. This is on purpose. And they have their rhetoric and their propaganda for the healthcare industry. They have it for the universities. They have it for the state and local governments. They have it for the unions. You know, they have an angle on every single division of society. Okay, and they have their little worker bees going around making sure that these agendas are being pushed. What's to come in the future is an America no more. Speaking on Larry King Live a while back, former Mexican President Vicente Fox confirmed very enthusiastically the coming merger between Mexico, America, and Canada.